Hi, this is Ken,
And Des.
and we are currently in Rome.
Rome, the city of ruins and romance, cobblestones and carbs, faith and fountains. We had 3 days to explore it, and every moment felt like a postcard, a prayer, or a plate of pasta. So, if you're planning your own Roman holiday, we got you! Here's our 3-day itinerary in the Eternal City.
We started before sunrise, 5 a.m. at the Trevi Fountain. Yes, it's early, but this is the most famous fountain in the world. And you'll want that perfect shot with no one else in it. I mean, there will be others there, but you can avoid them in your photo. Legend says that if you toss a coin over your left shoulder with your right hand, you'll return to Rome. And it's true. I was here 10 years ago. The fountain was actually under construction then. Dry, covered in scaffolding, but I threw my coin anyway. And here I am again, this time with Bez. By the way, this is considering if you arrive in Rome the night before. But if not, you can slot it into any morning you're willing to wake up early. Or save it for day 4 if you're leaving late.
Next, my favorite, coffee. Proper Roman espresso at Sant Eustachio Il Caffè. Here's something we learned really fast. If you stand at the bar or take it to go, it's way cheaper than sitting down. Locals drink their espresso in 30 seconds. Standing, elbow to elbow, no fuss at all. This place has been around since the 1930s and they still keep their brewing method a secret. Whatever it is, it works.
We're walking along the streets of Italy and we're about to head on to Pantheon. One of the most breathtaking buildings we've ever seen. It was originally a temple to all Roman gods. But, like many things in Rome, it was converted into a Christian church. You'll notice that theme throughout the city. Layers of faith built on top of each other. Step inside and look up. The dome is a perfect sphere, still the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world. The light streams in through the oculus in the center like a divine spotlight. Make sure to book your tickets in advance as the line outside can wrap around the square. The link in the description.
By then, we were hungry. So we headed to 𝗕𝗢𝗄𝗡, a simple spot serving handmade pasta. You order at the counter, they tossed it fresh in the pan, and serve it hot. No frills, just flavor.
We followed the winding alleys of Rome and ended up in Piazza Navona. It's one of those spots that makes you stop walking mid-step. The fountains, the artists, the buzzing cafes. It's lively the best way. Quick tip, come back here at night as the vibe completely changes. You might catch a street performance, live music, some sort of local event, or some party. It feels like a movie scene when the lights hit the fountains. From there, we wandered into Chiesa di Sant'Ignazio de Loyola. We weren't expecting much, and then we looked up. The ceiling is a full-on illusion. It looks like a giant dome, but it's completely flat. Painted in the 1600s, it's a masterpiece of perspective. This was one of those wow moments we didn't see coming.
Next, the Spanish Steps. Built to connect a church with the Spanish embassy. Now they're more of a backdrop for fashion shoots and postcards. Heads up, you're not supposed to sit on them anymore. But hey, when in Rome, they're really worth seeing, especially in the late afternoon light.
Before calling it a day, we treated ourselves to a slice of heaven, 𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗞𝗦. This is the stuff. We went classic, but they also have pistachio. So whatever you choose, you can't go wrong.
Finally, we took a slow walk to Piazza del Popolo. Translated, it means People Square. It used to be the main entrance into the city, and today it's the perfect place to catch the last slide, sit by the fountains, and watch Rome move all around you.
We are now on day 2 of our Rome itinerary, and today is going to be focused on the Colosseum, the Forum, and the Palatine. And Today we're having a tour guide because they said if you're gonna have a tour, at least in Rome, do the one in Colosseum so you would know what the history behind those things are or what you're seeing, because it's literally just a bunch of rocks, so at least you know. Alright, let's do this.
We've provided our tour on the link in the description.
We started at the Colosseum around 9:30 a.m. It's bigger than you expected, at least for me. Standing there, you can almost hear the roar of the crowd. Gladiators fought here, animals from Africa were shipped in. Sometimes they even flooded the arena to stage naval battles. So cool. It held 80,000 people. Imagine the engineering behind that in the 1st century AD.
From there, we walked into the Roman Forum, where daily life happened 2,000 years ago. You're walking on the same stones senators, shopkeepers, and emperors once did. There's something haunting about seeing broken columns where temples once stood, or arches that celebrated battles long forgotten. Wow. Fun fact, this part right here is where Julius Caesar was cremated after he was assassinated. It's wild to think that one of the most powerful men in history had his funeral right here in the middle of the forum. They later built a temple here in his honor, and to this day, people still leave flowers to pay their respects. It's one of those moments that really makes history feel real.
And then you climb up to Palatine Hill. According to legend, this is where Rome began, where Romulus built the first walls after, killing his twin brother Remus. Later, emperors built this hill their home. You can still see the ruins of their palaces, looking down over the Circus Maximus and the Forum. For lunch, we found a hidden gem, 𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗞𝗦. This is not an exaggeration, but oh my gosh! This was the best pizza and pasta we ever had. I can still remember the taste to this day. The pasta was thick, soaking in that rich flavor. Oh my gosh, so good.
Then, we made our way to a small park nearby, Giardinetto del Monte Oppio. It's the perfect spot for a photo of the Colosseum. We then strolled to Piazza del Campidoglio, designed by Michelangelo himself. This hilltop square gives you a sweeping view over the Forum. And it's usually not that crowded, so this is a good spot to just take it all in. We ended day 2 at Trattoria Vecchia Roma. Make sure to reserve your seats as the line can get long.
Local vibes and big flavors. A perfect Roman dinner.
Our last day was dedicated to Vatican City. We booked a morning tour and it was honestly one of the highlights of the trip. Our guide was engaging, passionate, and full of insight. Highly recommended. Once again, link in the description down below. We started coffee at Antico Cafe Candia, a no-fuss local spot just outside the Vatican walls.
We started with the Vatican museums. Room after rooms after rooms of tapestries, sculptures, and painted ceilings. Again, it was a mixture of Roman and Christian art inside. And at the end, the Sistine Chapel. You're not allowed to speak or take videos inside, which is perfect. It forces you to just look and feel.
Then, it was straight into St. Peter's Basilica. It's hard to describe how massive and moving it is. From Michelangelo's Pieta to the towering altar, it's art and architecture on a spiritual scale. And because this year, 2025, is a Jubilee year, we got to walk through the Holy Door. The Holy Door is sealed most of the time. It only opens during Jubilee years, once every 25 years, symbolizing a path of grace, forgiveness, and renewal. Walking through it felt both historic and deeply personal.
For lunch, we grabbed quick slices at Alice Pizza. Simple, delicious, and easy to find all over the city.
We ended our trip at Castel Sant'Angelo. Built as a mausoleum for Emperor Hadrian, later turned into a papal fortress. There's even a secret passageway that connects it to the Vatican. Climb to the top and you'll get a view of Rome that sums it all up. History, beauty, and the golden Roman light. The perfect way to say goodbye.
And that's it! 3 beautiful days in Rome. Just enough to fall in love with the eternal city, but not enough to get over it, so you will come back.
If you're planning a day trip to Pompeii or Naples, watch out for our next video. Subscribe for more itineraries, tips, and stories from the road. We're Kenn and Bez, and we'll see you in the next adventure.
If you found this video helpful, give it a like. If you've been to Rome, tell us your favorite memory in the comments. And if you're planning your own trip, we hope this gave you a little inspiration and a lot of excitement.
Ciao, Roma!